out and go, oh my goodness. It's charging, it just doesn't like the 1%, yeah. Says reconnected. Oh, it's not necessarily gonna freak out on me. Maybe it wasn't as wet as last time it got wet. I had to put it in a thing of rice and all kinds of stuff. Wait all night. I kept trying it and it kept. I was so mad. It was the first day I ever used the phone. I don't know. I must have got like a full-on, like big old dousing of water when I had it on my chest thing. This time you guys got some slime on you there. This camera. The camera pointed this way works on this phone, but the one going the other way doesn't work. Man, nothing on the pins now. There was fish, like good numbers of fish. Now there's nothing here. Dang. I don't see the feed either. I wonder all that feed went up in the islands. I bet the fish turned around and went back out to the bar. We didn't have a chance to warn Corey about the phone dying and the Starlink cutting in and out. Yeah, we're over here now on the other phone. My battery ran out. Boy, I'll tell you what, it goes fast. If it's not plugged in, battery goes fast. Let me plug this one in while I'm mentioning that. I can get it plugged in here. Let's see. Yeah! Yep, it's working. Yeah, we're on here. We're on this one. I have a spare phone out here, so it was charged up. The other phone charger got wet, so it wasn't working. Turned into a nice afternoon. If there would be some fish, that'd be perfect. We're not catching anything though. I am happy. I'm much happier. I've caught some fish. You know what? I got a week's worth of pay there. Driving around all winter, not having caught anything, start thinking my boat's not working right. It is very possible to not catch fish because your boat's not fishing well. Electrical problems, too much zinc, too little zinc. You know, when a few fish came around, we caught them, so that's good. Looking for some more fish. One bite, that's it. Oh, do I have any? You want to put the bait out? Yeah, I'll put the bait out if I ever end up going out on the deck again. I've only ever run the gear like one time today. Nothing has happened at all. Not marking much at all. When I first got on this high spot, I thought I saw something, but didn't bite. You know what, Robert? I need to get some red label herring. I bought some green labels from the hardware store. I spent $22 on them, and I caught a dang thing with them. I need to get some red labels. They're smaller. They got them at the convenience store, and they used to keep them up front. But now you gotta ask them to go around back to get them. They got the front filled up with turkeys and stuff. When the tourists come in April, they'll get the herring out because that's when they sell them. Sell them to the tourists. Scotty was talking about they closed king salmon up to the west. They need to close king salmon here next. Everything's closed for king salmon. You can see it. You know, on Saturday and Monday, every single mark was biting. Whenever I mark anything, it would bite. And they were streaking up off the bottom, hitting my gear. We haven't had anything today. One bite out when we went out off into a little deeper water. Earlier, had one bite. That was it. On Wednesday. There he is, Lee Haley has a run. Anchovy gel. You know what? I've got, I do have sardine. Got sardine smelly jelly on there. That's what they were biting on Saturday and Monday. One spoon in particular I loaded with it. They were biting that thing real well. I got some new stuff. Robert, did you see the unboxing? Patrick sent me like all kinds of stuff. I got a full arsenal of Gucci's and hooks and scent too. I got a bunch of different kinds of scent. I'll go all out on that stuff soon. I gotta get some fish going first. Find some fish before we start experimentation. I can do that next time I get a bite or whatever. I'll go out there. I'll put some of this glue on the spoon. I have sardine flavored fire gel, and I got garlic flavored fire gel, and I think I got herring flavored too. And I got sardine flavored smelly gel. I got all those flavors. The garlic one is really strong. I've never tried garlic from King Salmon. I don't know why not. It stinks. Very strong. Now that was like a 12-foot swell. Yeah, it is. Real nice. This guy, who was it? Kurt? I think it was Kurt. Kurt from Oregon sent me a box like that once, but it wasn't as much spoons, or he sent me a bunch of old flashers and some nice Gucci's. Not as many though as Patrick. Yeah, that was epic. A herring one. Are you going gar fishing or what, Terry? We're all waiting for you to catch a gar. This doesn't seem to be any fish on these high spots today. Man, they were in here over the weekend. I'll tell you what. I don't know what the problem is now. Maybe the swells just pushed them off. Heading out on Thursday. Have I run the gold spoons? You know what? It's funny that you ask. They had some gold emeralds at the, No, I don't think I've run the gems, not the QI gems. They had some Chinese emeralds. So like, I'm marking a tiny little thing right now. That could be a fish. Like on Saturday, this thing would bite. Today, not so much. That's something. I'm marking a little something down there. they had some emeralds from China at the hardware store that looked gold, and then you run them in the water, and it turned black, and it would come off of them in like 2 days, 1 day. And then they were chrome, or like, yeah, there was like chrome underneath. That seemed to work okay. They were defective. No, I've never really had a little gold spoon quite like that. Gold and chrome. I think gold and chrome fish is about the same. Sometimes they tend to favor a plain chrome spoon, but gold, as long as there's some gold, it seems to do the same as full gold. I don't know. I guess I do like the all gold Superior. I used to fish an all gold atomic spoon too. But then they started to charge like an absolutely outrageous amount for them, like $17.99 each. It's too much for me. Let's go over to Hump 1. Let's work our way out of here. Control our way home. Maybe we'll find something on Hump 1 or the top of Little Africa. Yeah, well, they might not make one, Patrick, because the original is not made by QI. It was made by Gore Jensen. They stopped making them. Man, I can't help but wonder if they're going to start biting when the tide changes out here. It starts coming in high tide. I'll head in. I got Bible study tonight. If I'm home earlier, then I can have time to take a shower and cook dinner and everything. I stay out late, not so much. Kate's gonna bring a bunch of bloody, fat, laden otter skins over to my house too. Maybe I'll just flesh otters out. So you're not gonna go gar fishing before that happens? Silver QI, I don't know. It just seems like the golden chrome works just great. But they used to have, at the hardware store, they used to have chrome ones. They used to have a full supply. And then, for whatever, we had, whatever you have around that was that size, they worked fine. Except the painted ones were different. Painted ones don't work so well, and sometimes they do. They still have the Chinese-made Gore Jensen emerald in the Kelly green and chartreuse mix, which is like a horrible color. And then I told them that they were worth a lot of money, so they repriced it $14 each. Be there for a while, I guess. Nah, it's not. It's going to, though. We're in the rainforest, so rain is inevitable. Partly cloudy, mostly cloudy right now. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Nah, it's much nicer than it was when we came out this morning. It was like ferocious seas this morning. Now it's been real nice. That's what I had in mind. I was hoping it was going to snap and be like this at 10:30 and then it'll be pleasant. But it has not been pleasant today. Here, you can be blue just because you're so polite. Like that. We got nothing, Thomas. Another one of those days. Figures. All hope is not lost. It doesn't necessarily pick up like turning on a garden hose at full blast around here. We definitely have been doing better. And a lot of times when it's stormy and stuff, it takes a couple days for it to lay down, calm down. It's asking a lot for the fish to be out here when it's big waves turning everything up, and we fish in the shallows, so Nothing yet. I pounded the 2 spots where we caught all the fish on Saturday and Monday, and I'm headed back towards the harbor now. But there's a ridge. I fish across this ridge, and we're on the King Magnet. We're on the Clown Shoe all the way to the north. That's the northernmost pinnacle, and then King Magnet, and then Hump 2. Now we're gonna go to Hump 1, and then there's Little Africa, and then from Little Africa, it's not too far to get back to the beach, and around the corner is Shipwreck, and then the harbor. Killian's Island. Yeah, they come and they go. Well, hopefully we get another push, a little bigger fish next time. Floating in the water back there. Yeah, I thought if I got out here I'd catch something today. Not biting. All my regulars, they can tell they're not biting, so they're gone. They know, we've been fishing since 10 o'clock or something. Haven't got one bite since 10. That's so bad. On Saturday, we hooked like 17 salmon or something on Saturday. Probably hooked about 10 of them on Monday. I guess we should go back out to the bar next time we get a chance. See what's shaking out there since it's dried up on the pins. Check with Leo and see what he did with them. I wonder if he's been fishing. Over here to Hump 1 now. See if there's anybody on Hump 1. Hump day! Oh my goodness. Overwhelmed with the slowness. Tomorrow, I was thinking the weather would be okay tomorrow, but I don't know about going out on the bar. You know, I caught fish 2 days in a row out here. I kind of thought we were going to be able to just keep coming out here and grinding on them, but they just disappeared like a light switch got turned off. It might be right back in here again tomorrow. I don't know. Couple small boats were fishing up around the harbor and stuff. They both caught 2 fish yesterday. I have a hard time getting them though this time of year. The hand trollers do a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe back in the islands where I saw a whole bunch of feed and birds and stuff in the islands. And I didn't get a single fish off of it, but maybe I would have if I'd have fished it early on or stayed on it. That might be where the fish that were out here might have gone in there because there was way more feed in there. I have to imagine that these fish went back out to the bar though, I don't know. The ocean isn't too far from here, it's about 6 miles out from here. The open ocean, maybe 8 miles. Miles to where we fish at. Yeah, well, it was a real relief to catch some fish on Saturday and Monday anyway. And yesterday we went up in the islands because the weather was supposed to be bad and all we got was 1. That was it. The hand trollers, I'm not sure exactly where they went, but they both got 2. Normally this time of year, all you gotta do is get out to the bar and you get a bunch of fish, but the last time I went out there I got skunked. So what do you know? Came up here and got a bunch of fish. Now I'm getting skunked again. Tracking device in the king salmon. We're probably dipping out to the, you know, there's more pinnacles to the west that don't get fished. You know, they're a little bit deeper, but there's a lot of stuff to the west. We'll see. If it's nice enough weather to come out, I might come around the north end and try at the north end where I saw the feed around the kelp, and then head back out. I don't know. Just try it on another day. Maybe the weather won't be nice enough and I'll do something else. I thought it was supposed to be okay. Let's see. Let's check the weather tomorrow. My other phone's working. What about tomorrow? What about it? Let's see here. I don't think it's supposed to be great, but let's see what it says. I got predict wind here. Well, there's a front coming. Maybe that's why they're off, because of the front. Wednesday. They've got the wind supposedly coming out of the north. It's supposed to be switching around, so you know it was south and now it's saying north. Something between north and looks pretty okay until the afternoon. It's kind of, let's see, Wednesday night, Thursday, I didn't get anything on that. Let's see, it's 2:30. I'll make another pass on take a loop around hump 1 instead of just going by it once. We'll go by it twice. So what we want is blue. That's good. See, that's tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. But at 6 a.m. it's starting to try and be $15 knots. Was that even the right bay? That's Icy Bay. That's not Yakutat Bay. It's the wrong bay. That's 65 miles away. Let's go back. Let's see. Wednesday. It's supposed to start blowing easterly with a little bit of whip behind it, but that's not happening. So that's a bad sign that they don't know what's happening right now. It's not actually happening. Tonight it's supposed to look like that. See, that's something. 15, 20 knots out of the north, opposite direction. That'll be colder weather too. 180 degree shift in the wind. Away. Well, by 11 it looks good. Right down here is that's the Cape, right in there, right off the Cape. That's where we want to be. That's the bar, that's the spot. No, I don't like red on windy. By 11 a.m. they're talking about light wind out of the northwest. I don't like the west part, and then westerly. Westerly is bad, but not strong. Then backing around and doing nothing at night. Friday, right where I want to fish, it's got some wind. Right down in the pocket there. It's a little windy. Not bad though. Oh yeah, Friday. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. It looks alright after today. It looks better for the bar. I don't know about the waves, but Wilson does not like the red. Maybe we'll fuel up in the morning and let it see what happens after the sun comes up and everything. Let this swell lay down a little bit. That's what it's going to do. I'd be just fine with it if they would go ahead and start biting right now. Windy, have fun. You got windy for Alaska, let me know what it says. You don't like predict wind? Only thing I'm funding around here is my big old stack of bills I got in my house. Kate wants me to buy a sewing machine now. I'm buying a sewing machine. We need more gunpowder too. Oh, I hate buoy weather. It might be good down there, but they're trying to kill me up here. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's nice. It's a yellow flag. It's okay. Go out there, yellow flag. The waves like, 12-foot waves is coming at you one after another. That's their idea of yellow in Alaska. Like, over and over again, they got me with that one. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I had buoy weather for a long time. They got it wrong one too many times for me. But NOAA people, they just checked out. When Trump got elected, all the bureaucrats in NOAA, they're like, all right, we're not doing the weather anymore. Just let the AI do it or whatever. It's just gone to pot. It's terrible now at NOAA. Terrible. Super bad. should be double red flag, not yellow. Yeah, buoy weather's idea of moderate choppy seas is not the same as my idea of moderate choppy seas. Maybe if you're in a 50-footer, it would be moderate. It's not moderate in a 26.5 footer, I'll tell you that. Or in a 36-foot flat bottom, flat front landing craft either. That's what I used to run charters in. Triple red flag is the storm. Double is gale, isn't it? That's how it goes. 4 is a hurricane. You know what's cool is they have them, like I remember being down at, I was down there at the coast one time. I went all the way home to fish and it was fall. It was like Thanksgiving time or something like that. Just trying to striper fish down the coast and they had the flags out. The weather service or park office or something put the red flags out. Storm warning. There ain't diddly squat out here now. It was good over the weekend and Monday. Now it was dipped out on us. Hopefully we can find some on Monday or tomorrow. Well, we got 2. The weather looks good after this. How about that? Let me just say that. We need to go out to the bar. That's where they're supposed to be at. Wonder how big the waves are going to be out there tomorrow. They're pretty big in here. Be nice to know if Killian caught anything over there at Mammy before he ran his boat up on the beach. That's not even worth mentioning after that shipwreck. You're exactly right. Exactly right at the, I don't think he cares about the boat. That's why it's still on there. When they went out there and looked at it and did stuff to it, but they didn't get it off. Probably have to go over there myself to get the anchor back. Portable grinder and go out there and get myself some stuff off the boat and make up for my anchor. It looked like it was right on the surf line this morning. Dang these fish. How dare you move around on us? Almost went to Seattle. What do you mean went to Seattle for work? What kind of work? How far is Seattle from Neah Bay? Telling Holly this port has had a Monterey Clipper in it for 50 years or something. Well, there's the porpoises again. I mean, come on, where's my king salmon? And I guess maybe there wasn't supposed to be 2 because there was 2 for 3 years and now there's none. Or 1 again. I'm not saying 1 time. This port's not big enough for the 2 of us. One porpoise. I'll tell you what, there's some waves out here, but after this morning, it was like driving Miss Daisy. That was terrible this morning. Wish I'd have known there wasn't going to be any fish, so I could have stayed at home. Gone traveling with Kate. I wonder if they even found all the otters, because there's a lot of traps in that creek. No, we haven't caught anything today. They must have gone somewhere else. They moved. I gave it the old 1, 2, 3 many passes over spots where I caught them on Saturday and Monday. Haven't got a single bite. Tide's getting ready to change now. I'm gonna work my way back. Probably thinking about pulling my crab trap again. Should probably leave it for another day. After seeing the weather forecast though, best thing might be to pull it up today and get it out of there so I don't have to worry about it when the weather's better. Pretty soon the hooligans should start showing up. That's what the deal is. Once the hooligan are on the Cape, then there should be capes on the hooligan. Haven't seen any hooligan in the fish. I haven't seen any sand eels or what you call needlefish either. Seamar, I've ordered from them before, but then I learned that their prices aren't the best. I get some heavy equipment from them, like for the boat. Sometimes I'm trying to think. They're the only ones that have Vickers pumps. I never did have to order one, but I was looking at them. I ordered my hand girdies from them too, whatever, 10, 12 years ago. But I noticed that their price on hoochies was not good. Everybody else caught up with them though. It's really crazy that they want $55 for a pack of hoochies for the cuttlefish. Those white cuttlefish that look like those plugs, like the 158 plug, they get $55 for those now. They got them at the hardware store here too for $55. They must think it's fun. $10.50 a roll or something. Go out there in the link pot and break it right off. Fish Tough has posted a post. Charleston, Oregon, sunset fly. He's been flying his drone. Hump one, we're getting ready to go off the side of it. This eastern corner of it oftentimes has a fish though. Catch one fish out here, that's one of the spots where we're getting. Yeah, it's funny, all that feed kind of disappeared. There's a bunch of feed up there in the kelp. Maybe Luke can go up and check the kelp and find out if there's any fish in it. Or he can come back out here and let me know when they start biting out here again. That's the nice thing about having a few boats going around. We can share information. Yeah, the dozen spoons. LFS and Sitka sells them individually. I don't have to buy any gear now. I'm not buying nothing. I'm tempted to buy some of those moon glow spoons, but I'm not buying them. Not buying them either. Alright, looks like maybe a tiny bit of feed on the surface here. We're seeing a lot of feed on Monday, especially like that. Maybe we'll get them on Little Africa. I've seen that before. Stupid fish roaming on Little Africa. Banned from the stores for overbuying? I don't think so, Gary. They like me at the hardware store here. I have a strong urge to buy a new 308. I want a 308 in the vault action bad, but I don't have enough money for it. Now Cade wants me to get a sewing machine. I guess that's a business investment though. But we'll see. I have a feel, God willing, we'll find some more fish. There should be some more coming around. Hopefully they'll be out on the bar. That's where they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be up here anyway. They're supposed to be out on the bar right now. Lots of them. They tend to get back up in here in March. I don't know, you can get them here anytime. Usually February is the bar. Sometimes it's only over at Manby. Our Manby indicator is on the beach now though. That's our Manby guy. Sam Demmert likes to go over there too. But like I said, he's gotten so old now, he's pretty much retired. Just got the boat running. The boat was running yesterday when I came in. Had it running in the stall there. I wonder if Luke caught anything. Let's text Luke and see if he's got any fish. You guys ever check out that channel, Fishing and Cooking with Jose? I like his channel. Jose and Abigail, they go out and fish. I like when they do the hatchery trout. They sit there. Jose must have like 50 different colors of power bait. It's pretty fun. Let's check with Luke here. Text Trapper too. I missed his text earlier. I haven't looked at my phone all day. Let's see. Luke said Glenn the Highliner. I saw him trolling right out of the harbor. Good thing he didn't have to go far. Saw more feed today. Top half of the water column. Not sure what that was. Salmon I got didn't have SH blah blah in its stomach. Yes. Tell him dead as a rock on pins today. And rough. So I don't feel sorry for him. Rough. Come on, Lucas. We need a fishing report. What did Patrick say? I missed it. Yeah, cool. I'll probably hook old Leo up with some gear too, Patrick, because he's struggling for sure. Me and Leo are the only two full-time fishermen. And you know, he said he fixed his boat wiring up and stuff. He's having a hard time catching anything for ever since I've been here. Sometimes he'd get a bunch, but in general, have a hard time. He blamed the power trawlers for catching all the fish. But I always give him some stuff. Whatever's working, I'll hook him up with it. He's catching more than I am now. I think he told me that he went through the boat with his brother and they pulled out all the old wires. He said there was a lot of wires that weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, and the boat's been fishing better ever since, because I hope so, because, man, the guy also doesn't like to fish around anybody else, so, you know, normally once the fleet locates the fish, we're like right on, you know, we're going back and forth right next to each other, and Leo won't get in on that, so that doesn't help him out either. Anyway, I like to hook him up with gear every once in a while. Give him a couple hoochie rigs or whatever spoon's working. The old McPutt. Make a list, he says. The McPutt. The McPutt. McPutters. And me and Killian would trade gear back and forth, but he's not fishing now. He might get his other boat going. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard nothing from him since he came and grabbed that anchor from me. He might be just totally disgusted with it now, since it didn't come off. His other boat might not. He said something about cutting the fuel line on the other boat. I don't know what that. Really? Why would you do that? I don't know. But that's what he said. Shannon wants everything off the boat. It's impossible to get to it without you gotta make a whole trip out there with a skiff. Yeah, if I were him, I would be fishing that other boat if I could make it run. I mean, I'd be getting it ready. Normally these fish, this time of year, it's like right now they go off, and it's substantial. Any boat, even a skiff, even an open skiff with fishing rods, you know. I've got a skiff that sits in my garage, you know. If I wrecked this boat, I'd be out of the skiff within a week. I'd get another boat right away. I guess he's got another job, so that's what he's doing. He doesn't care. Everything but the boat. Yeah, there's a lot of gear on that boat. I heard they took a bunch of it off already. Like, I don't know who it was. Oh yeah, Jonathan, the guy with the boat, the bad intentions, he was going out there with a rescue party or whatever, with a salvage party the other day. And I said, make sure you get the black box and the computers and stuff. And he said, oh, I think they already got a lot of that stuff. So I think the boat's in pretty bad shape. It's not just that it's up on the beach, but it's like got a lot of holes in it and stuff. I kind of think that maybe he hit the rocks, like, and then found his way over to the spot where he is, because there's a bunch of rocks nearby. Yeah, he's got some giant zincs on that rudder. He's got 2 zincs that are like, they're really big ones on there. I need a new prop too. My prop got chewed up last summer. I figured that out when I went on the grid in October, that the tips of my prop were chewed up. We kind of thought my boat was over-propped anyway, so maybe it wasn't a bad thing, but I would rather have had I would rather have a spare prop. That's what I'd rather have. Sound good for the haul, no. not just the holes in it, but the multiple holes and cracks connecting the holes. It sounded like it had a really rough landing over there. I heard there was one hole, and then the next morning, because the tide was big that night, it like rolled it around in the rocks. The next morning there was multiple holes and cracks connecting them, but it's not confirmed. Nah, there's nothing here, Shannon. There's like 200 people in a hardware store that sells overpriced everything. We got 2 grocery stores as well. They brought the milk price all the way back down to milk. I was at the grocery store last night and milk is back down to $8.86 or something. Still not buying it from them. You gotta be kidding me. For a half a gallon. Down from $9. $9.36, sorry. I looked into props. I mean, normally, like, that's the thing. I gotta catch some fish. It's like over and over again. I'm out here just barely making enough money to buy fuel. At some point, there's gotta be some fish. Plus, I need that new 308. Alright, here we come up on Little Africa. Maybe Little Africa will just be loaded today. We'll see. It's low tide, so I can't very well go on top of it. 40 feet deep on the top, but I'll run the top edge of it. It's been holding some fish this winter. Maybe today's the day. Let's get a couple off of here. Luke sure is slow to answer any texts or calls, man. I'll text Luke and I'll hear back from him for hours. Once he gets going, if he's fishing, if he starts texting me, then I can get a response out of him. But it's almost like he's got a life or something. Busy. Not like me. You text me, I'll call you right back because I got the phone in my hand like 90% of the time. Thanks for stopping by, 16 people. Do me a favor, somebody subscribe so I can get at least 1 subscriber for the stream. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't necessary for me to get a subscriber. If I don't say anything, well, I won't get any subscribers. We have 4,000 views and there won't be a single subscriber. Wouldn't hurt if you hit the like button too. Bob's doing good. Bob, the people really like that ice fishing. YouTube's pumping out the ice fishing content. I saw a thing on this company that was doing like, they're trying to sell like Bible-oriented video games to kids. And Google is censoring the Christian content. Apparently Facebook's not censoring it, but Google and TikTok won't allow the Christian advertisers in. So that's not good. And this is my platform with an audience, but they're censoring my gospel, you know? Bad. Bad, Google. What happened now? Oh, when I hit 10,000, I'm going to do a member giveaway again. Heck, this summer when the fish were biting, I was getting so many subscribers, I wasn't committing to, oh man, there's a big old log right there. I wasn't committing to 10,000, I was going for, I was looking for 20,000 for the next giveaway, but man, it just stopped dead in its tracks. Let me show you guys this log. Oh man, looks like it could be a cedar log, look at that one. Get a hat. Real dark log. Be red cedar. We don't have any cedar here, but the current comes up from down southeast, and they got all cedar down there. What are you gonna win? I was thinking about that. Because one problem is it's not berry season. We don't have berries until like July, late June, mid-June. We have berries. We have salmon berries, something like that. That's what I gave away last time, was some fur, and then I sold all my furs this winter at the Christmas Bazaar. I was thinking I might smoke some salmon. Maybe smoked salmon. Smoked sockeye or something, or king salmon. Plugs. You think I should give away the plugs? I haven't had any coffee today. It was so rough. I was like just holding on to the boat here, trying to stay steady. Not very thirsty work. I don't know. What do you guys do? What do you even do? You go fishing? I mean, I know you do, Shannon, but like Gary goes tuna fishing. Who are my members? I got like King Chaser's not even a member. We got, who are they? Maybe I can look it up. See what we got. Wait, we need maybe the studio app. Community, maybe under earn here. Memberships. Alright, here we go. We're narrowing it down now. My estimated revenue is $134. See? Oh, that's from the members. You guys are awesome. I thought that was all everything. There's the number. 66 members, and the membership come out to $134 a month. Which, thank you very much. Thank you. So I got to figure out, something that jives with the. How did we get a Jessica Howard and a whatever, man? I don't know how many of these are, so Mr. Hogan comes through here and does like gifted memberships, and he's done it like 3 times this month. He's probably given away like 15, so 15 of those are probably just for Mr. Hogan gift membership. And somebody else did that today too. Who was it? See a little bit of feed here. Gotta get no bite, of course, no bite for me. Anyway, I don't know how many of those are gifts and how many of those are people who chose to come in and subscribe or membership. I'll have to do like, I'll have to figure something out, like the VIP members that are in here every day. The Trapper Scotty gets the VIP, he's like the platinum chat master, local guy. But you guys, you know who you are. They're always in here. I'll make sure you get on the list. And then we'll do a drawing for everybody else. Gail's in here with the gift membership. See, I can't tell. Like when they give them away, I see the list and I'm like, all right, all those people are gift members. But otherwise, there's no delineation. It just shows a little member sign next to you. I guess I could tell like the new members or whoever is a new member one way or the other by the badge. No, I changed that up. One Real Fishing Life. I wonder which Real Fishing that is. Is that the is that the Fishing Life from Sitka? Is that the one? Did you change your name? Because I thought it was just the Real Fishing or something like that. That is the guy from Sitka. I passed that boat in, I I don't remember whether it was last year. I'll tell you what, my brain, it just blends all together. My trips down to Southeast. But I passed that boat. What's it called again? The Andrea Gale. Something like that. Yeah, Gale. I passed it in Neva Strait. And I heard the guy on the radio talking to another boat that was coming up the way. I think it was last year, I don't know. Let's bust out with some scripture. Got some big names in there. There's a little bit of feed showing up on the surface. That's kind of what we were seeing when we were catching fish before. I wonder if everything's just gonna come in here with the tide now that it's slowed down and we're leaving. Let's read a little bit. I don't even know what it says. We'll have to find out. Let's get to 10,000. Thank you, Salt Slayer. Galatians chapter 2. The heading I have is Defending the Gospel. Then after 14 years I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and also took Titus with me. And I went up by revelation and communicated them that the gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to those who were of reputation, least by any means I might run or had run in vain. Yet not even Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised. And this occurred because of false brethren secretly brought in, who came in by stealth to spy out our liberty which we have in Christ Jesus, that they might bring us into bondage, to whom we did not yield submission even for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. So, that's nice to know. I wish that somebody hadn't hacked my thing off. They did. Paul says it's not necessary. Not necessary to be saved. One real fishing life, yeah. You know, sometimes I read, I open the Bible and it's like, you know, something we're used to hearing, and it's like super relevant. And sometimes it seems like it's not. That was one of those times. But I don't want to just go back to the same place every time, or, you know, I like to read different places. I do tend to stay away from like some of the Numbers and Judges. Let's go to Judges. Let's try a different one. I wasn't satisfied with that. Let's go to Judges in the Old Testament and read the parable of the trees. I think we read this here before. Now when they told Jotham, he went and stood on top of Mount Gerizim and lifted his voice and cried out. He said to them, "Listen to me, you men of Shechem, that God may listen to you. The trees once went forth to anoint a king over them, and they said to the olive tree, reign over us. But the olive tree said to them, should I cease giving my oil, with which they honor God and men, and go sway over trees? Then the tree said to the fig tree, you come reign over us. But the fig tree said to them, should I cease my sweetness and my good fruit, and go to sway over trees? Then the tree said to the vine, you come and reign over us. But the vine said to them, should I cease my new wine, which cheers both God and men, and go to sway over trees? Then the tree said to the bramble, you come and reign over us. And the bramble said to the trees, if in truth you anoint me as king over you, then come and take shelter in my shade. But if not, let fire come out of the bramble and devour the cedars of Lebanon. Now therefore if you acted in truth and sincerity in making Abimelech king, and if you have dealt well with Jerubbaal and his house, and have done to him as he deserves. But this goes on from there. We already went through the parable of the trees. That ended at the bramble saying to the trees, come take shelter in my shade, but if not, let fire come out of the bramble and devour the cedars of Lebanon. What does it mean? How are the trees going to get underneath the brambles? It's interesting. Alan. Okay, Alan. Watch that. I think we have a fish on, you guys. I think we got a fish. I'm sure of it. I don't know what that fish is doing over here in this spot, but it's on our hook now. We got a bite. Oh my goodness! What are you doing over here, fish? Let's see if we can land him. I gotta keep from running into Little Africa here. Let's go pick him up and see what we got. Make sure I got the boat going in the right direction. We don't want to hit that. We don't want to hit that. The waves might pull it off of us here again. Let's see if we can get him. Pretty sure that was a bite. Could only be a bite. When the wire's pumping, you know, looking like a bite to me. Together. And come on. It went running up and tangled the two together. Make another pass there. One more pass over the top of the Little Africa. Fighting on the tide change there, of course. Wonder how long that sucker was on there. When we went out the door, it was still hooked. But it got unhooked itself. Done. Did an unauthorized de-hooking move on the rig above it. I lost a bunch of them on Monday. That one, you just wonder how well it, you know, sometimes if they get around the other hook, then that other hook runs down and they can unhook themselves with it. It was looking kind of fishy with that feed. I saw the feed at the top of the reef there, and then sure enough, we got one on our way down the edge of it. We'll try one more pass there. I would like to have a fish to take to the fire. That would be nice. Thumpy, we're here. Yeah, I remember reading the parable of the trees from Judges before and just thinking like I was going to be able to make sense of it easily. I guess I got to read the whole chapter first for it. Judges. Scotty said shorter leader. Yeah, shorten the leader, Scotty. They'd like to bite that leader that length though. Oh no, the kelp is right in front of us. I can't get away. I'm gonna T-bone it and see if we can suck it under the boat instead of getting it on my stabilizers and stuff. Chop it up with my prop. Oh, got one on the other side. Let's go! Doesn't look like a big one, but I'm pretty sure it's got a bite on the port heavy in 120 feet of water, really. Maybe Maybe it's a kelp or something. Edward Presley! Thank you! I thought I saw the thing bouncing. No, surely not. Didn't do it again, it just real slow, like pulled a couple times and then stopped. We're gonna have to go check it though. It pulled enough. It was a significant enough pull that I want to go see what we got here. Let me go see here. What do we got here? Something? Nothing? Swimmer? Maybe nothing. Maybe it's nothing, you know? Maybe nothing. Could be like a little lingcod or something. Tangled up with the leaf. Too bad you guys didn't see all that fight. That thing got me with the tied a knot around my hand with the leader. There we go. Got him on the green jeans. What is it? The Mr. Green Jeans or whatever. Scotty called it the big tech lure. Works for me. Works real well. Love that thing. Comes that wind whipping out of the other way now, just turned around on us. Got the tide change bite there. Nice fat one. Can't believe that thing was hardly moving the spring at all. Just barely pushing the spring. Wonder how long it was on there for. That thing's got a big old scissor snap on it too. You know, the not the largest size, but the snap we use on the back of a flasher to attach to hoochie. That's how I got it secured to the spoon. Doesn't come with a ring, so it's got this big old brass, bronze, whatever it is, snap on its nose. There we go. Now we got some fuel paid for. Oh, I got that party hat! Whatever happened to the rabbit ears? I haven't been rabbitized in a while. Thanks. Man, this spring, it barely moved. It was like, he's on there. Hitting on the tide change. Hopefully we got some on our floats too. Oh, Holly's texting me. Real fishing live! We got one! Well, you came in right when I caught one. I was daggone trolling around all day. I didn't catch anything. It's like the... You guys remember that show with the doldrums? What was that? The old cartoon? Where the kids got the car and the pet dog, and then he goes into the doldrum swamp and they're all like, yeah. That's me. So I catch one. I'm like, yeah! Gotta text the wife. Love you, Holly! Love you so much! She's still at work. She must have had a minute to text me. Still thinking about those brambles telling the trees to take shelter under their bush. How are you going to do that if you're a tree? We're going to get another one? Keep running a spoon with an eyeball, says Robert. That spoon doesn't even move very much. It's just down there just kind of like, it's not, most of my spoons will flutter like crazy. That one is not doing that much, but they love it. I got one on the port, on the starboard side again. Maybe not. Thought I saw it move. No? Little Africa. It's called Little Africa because it kind of looks like Africa. Mooching like a lazy trolling top surface during spring and summer stuff. No. I'm not allowed to use fishing rods. I have to use a power assisted equipment. I guess I could use an electric reel. Aha! I got you! I don't know, that's probably not in the definition of a powered rig. You know what? I think I might have something on my starboard heavy. It's a sneaky one. Just moved again a little bit there. Psalm 107, 23 to 32. I feel like we were in Psalms 107 not too long ago. Look it up. Keep an eye on that. That's okay. Let's see if we can find Psalms. Chronicles, Ezra, and Act, and King, Samuel, Judges, chapter 4. Kings, Chronicles, Ezra, Psalms. Oh yeah, we did read this because I was thinking about it the other day. The blessing, and I didn't know what it said actually. I thought there was I thought it was something about like automatic. Obviously, that's not in there. It says, those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of the Lord and his wonders in the deep. For he commands and raises a stormy wind which lifts up the waves of the sea. They mount up to the heavens, they go down again to the depths. Their soul melts because of trouble. They reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man and are at their wits' end. Then they cry out to the Lord in their trouble, and he brings them out of their distress. He calms the storm so that its waves are still. then they are glad because they are quiet. So he guides them to their desired haven. Oh, that men would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Let them exalt him also in the assembly of the people and praise him in the company of elders. Amen. I like Psalms. Can't miss with the Psalms. Sometimes when I open the Bible to the whatever, I want to get a good variety. Not that it's not good, it just needs a lot of context before I can wrap my mind around it. Psalms, usually within 2 or 3 verses, getting something. I had an easier time reading that one because we were just in there the other day. Somewhere in my memory banks, busted as they are, knew about what I was going to say. I only caught one. You guys even believe it? Can you even believe it that we got one? A nice big one too. The way it was hitting, I figured it's not even going to be a keeper. I think it was big. Oh, got the floating heart. Thank you, Gil. Got one for the geese. We were looking at the goose goslings for sale. They're like $55. I told my friend Robin, she's got chickens and stuff, we were talking about it, and I was telling her about you and the geese. I said that you offered to send me some eggs, but it was probably a little bit troublesome because of the shipping, and I don't know. I don't mind paying for shipping. You just gotta hit me up on my email. I pay for the eggs. I'd rather buy them from you than somebody else. Robin, somebody needed my incubator, so they were using Robin's chicken eggs, and they got 50% hatch rate from eggs, taken in January, so that's pretty good. There's only one rooster and like 20 hens. Pretty good. I think the incubator's working. Yeah, I got him. Scotty, I like that channel. It's always good to keep up on him. I picked up another channel through him as a British guy. He's got like 2 pugs. I like him too. David Yates is the other guy. Alright, now my starboard string is starting to vibrate. I think I got another fish on, did the same thing as that other one. Got tangled up with the 2 lines together. Probably lost this one too. Scotty's like, make a leader shorter. I'm like, whatever, Scotty. And we got another one tangled up over here. Maybe it's nothing, but I thought I saw it move, and now it's shaking a little bit, so let's see. We could probably really tune them up if we went super shallow and drove over. release. They're biting it, Scott. Let's go one more deeper. Let's go to 6. Trying to get super close to the bottom anyway. Yeah, that's sweet. That's a nice fish right there. Nice big one. Ooh, yeah. That's what we want. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers. One day. Yeah. Okay, my goodness. I bet they're biting on those other humps now, huh? I'm not going to the other ones. I'm staying right here. Make another pass. Little Africa. Let's do this. That one was a little bit too small. Around for another pass. Yeah, if we hang out here for a while, the tide gets more in. I guess I could change my depth. If I put my floats at 5 marks, and I put my heavies at 4 marks, I can go over top of this thing at high tide. I've done really good at high tide at dark over here. I've loaded up before when I shallowed everything up and go over the top. Thank you, Gen X! First time viewer, thank you! I'm the Gen X too. I'm right at the end of the Gen X. I think so. Just made it in there. Alright, we're getting some bites now. The question is, will we get another round of bites when we go over this thing again? I'll show you what we just did. Went over to Little Africa, see? My goodness. We went over the Little Africa. There it is. You guys see Africa in it? There's Little Africa. We went over it. We got all our bites over here. One real fish alive. $10,000 fishermen on Facebook. I was just telling these guys about, I saw a YouTube about a Christian video game, like a tech company that's getting censored by Google. They pointed out that, like, it's okay that, like, the Satanist games and stuff are allowed, and something else was crazy was allowed, but not the Christian Bible stuff. Censored. Robert Onaski in the house. We're fighting on that moonshine thing like one after another. The question is, if I put the regular, atomic glow and green spoon on that spot, are they still gonna bite it? Or will they move over here and bite the moonshine over here? We'll never know, because I need money really bad, and there's biting it, so I'm gonna leave it right there. One real fish in life. Never figure out what killed all those trees down there in Southeast. It's like half the trees are dead. That's for sure. Don't have to be a master degree biologist to see something's going on there. King salmon, we got one. We actually caught one. We caught two. One of them was big enough. One of them was a little bit too small, and we also had one get away just now. We had 3 bites in like 15 minutes. After trolling around all day for 1 bite. As soon as the tide changed, like right on the tide change, it started going. We also got to a different reef, so that might have something to do with it as well. Happy to get one. The skunk really stings. Skunk on the commercial side of things is not acceptable. Not over and over again. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, 26 people. Florida, huh? Seems like a lot of them. It seemed like an extreme amount in down there in Southeast. All the way from Sumner Strait up through Sitka. Seaton. I remember you had some really cool videos of the shrimp trawling. That might have been last year. I wonder how many fish we got on our floats. We're gonna check the floats. Probably none. It's hard to, Little Africa's got so much shallows on it. It's hard to stay off of them. Definitely not deep enough to go on top of with my current depth setting. I lost a cannonball on here one time too when I first started trolling. Herb Holcomb was coming right at me in an aluminum landing craft with power gear on it. I let him push me up onto the rocks. So mad. Should have just cut across his bow. When I was hand trolling. Might have even been on that, I might have even had the company boat back when I was using the landing craft. I think it was before I had the troller. First one. Scooter fishing 79, what's up? We caught a fish, man. It's been a long time coming, but we eventually got one. I was surprised. I was reading a Bible verse about some trees talking to each other, and then I looked up, and next thing you know, there's activity on the line. Some activity. 1987 Farallon Whaleback 25. I know that's a boat, but that's about it. Yeah, Zach 2026. Is that the Zach from Craig with the Molly, whatchamacallit boat? Can't remember what it is. Molly something. I can tell by the way you ask a question that you're probably a troller. Oh yeah, you get the bluefin. There's so many bluefin down there now. I'm coming. That's where I make my vacation now. I've done seen it enough on YouTube that I started booking trips down there. I went with my wife for our honeymoon. Yeah, we went out to Shogun out of San Diego, and I rebooked the trip already for next year. Kind of wondering if my port float might have a fish on it. It seems to be bouncing a little bit. You would think after we got 3 bites right in a row that I'd get something on my floats. But I know from experience that it doesn't always go like that. Guess it would be a good time to check. If I check my floats, I could run them up a little bit shallower, and then we can go up on top of this reef instead of just edging across the edge of it. There's usually more fish on top of it than just if you go around the edge. The hand trollers do really good on top of this thing a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that fishing for the sports fishing on the Shogun was great. You got the light tackle, the live bait, no weights, no nothing. You just the live sardine and the little hook, you know, light leader. Man, that was fun. You got a chance to catch whatever, you know, Pacific Ocean. But I would like to get a wahoo on the fly line. I didn't get any yellowtail on the fly line either. That would be cool too. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, if we get it, I have a feeling I'm gonna shallow up, try, give it a couple minutes here. We got quite a bit of time to work, shallow the gear up, and try on top of this thing. Maybe we can get some more. First, let's try a regular pass like we were. Take another pass down the side of it, back up, see if we get a bite before we go on top. It's be hard to get up there. It's a big swell and everything. There's a couple ways I can do it. The careful way is to pick up my heavies and then just run the floats out. So I only got 2 lines out there. I always feel like a dummy when I do that. It's this one spot where I'm at, because I'll run just 2 lines like that, and then I'll get a fish on every hook, and I'm like, why in the heck didn't I just put out all 4 wires? I could have just had, 12 fish instead of 8, or whatever. Nobody hand lines for him where you are? The Shibi! I used to watch that guy with the kayak that fish out of Hawaii. I got overdosed on his show. He'd go and catch the live bait and then he'd catch the Shibi or whatever. He might have stopped doing it. Maybe he got eaten by a shark, I don't know. See how much water I got in my bill. Zach sure did disappear quick. Ask the question and take off. Stealth Zach. you're the guy with that boat down there in the daggone creek with the Molly, whatchamacallit? Molly. Maybe that's just the name of it. Molly, it's Molly something. Saeed! Alright, Iran, yeah. We're praying for Iran constantly. They're on the forefront of our prayers at church. Molly Lund? No. Oh, you got an 18-foot Lund. Okay. Sell me your skiff. I'm not selling that skiff. I need that for gill netting. I might do it this year, the gill netting. We'll see. Seems like gill net price is better than troll price. If I stay for gill net, then, you know, I'd end up fishing for kings out of here, too. They really didn't give us a very good king price last year until the second day or something. They raised it up. It was not good. They were offering like $6.75 and it was $8 everywhere else. Then they came up to $7.75, I think, after a couple days. I don't think they retroed it either. Everybody that sold them the fish at first lost out. Alright, right in here is where we got the first 2 bites on the first pass down there. That might have been it. Just a couple fish were like ready to rock, and then that was it. That's all we got. Quality of the set deck coho did not look too good. Well, yeah. Guess it depends on what week it is. The early cohos don't look good here. They get soft scales and everything. And then the late fish are blush or whatever, but in general, they're good fish. That's a bummer, huh? A couple bites, like wham bam, and not nothing. I was gonna go in early and have a lot of time to cook and take a showers and all that stuff, and now I'm thinking, gotta keep working at it so I can try and get more. I feel like we should have had 2. We should have 3, or we have the potential to have 3 on board right now. We got 3 good bites without a fish. We only got 1 fish. I had 3 good bites and 1 shaker here. Gen X, you don't even know. We're on the hurry up and wait game like for 4 months around here. It's way more action than we have been getting. It's been just really bad winter. Worst winter ever. We're toughing it out. Still trying here. It's nice to see a little bit of a pop at the end of the day. Hit on the incoming. salmon fish in the winter. It's been good for so many years. You just keep thinking that the next tide's gonna be the one where you get hit. We finally did get a bite on Saturday. Monday wasn't bad either. Yesterday we only caught one. Got one right now. The one I got right now is bigger than the one I caught yesterday. A little bit. Let's go back around for another pass. Come back around for another pass with 11 fathoms out, and then I'm gonna go to 2 lines, set them really shallow, and we're gonna go across the top of this thing. I'll pull that moonshine spoon out so that we can use that too. We'll switch it, put it on the float so that we got it down there. It's been deadly. If I didn't know any better, I think I got a bite on the turn there. Maybe on the float. Something's going on with the port side. I might have one on the float this whole time. It's acting kind of fishy. Yeah, there's no fishermen left here. They're all out of business or retired. My buddy boat ran himself up on the beach the other day, and now there's no buddy boat. The other guy that used to fish all the time got a hernia. He was a hand troller, he got a hand cranker, lines up. He gave himself a hernia, and he's out of business too. If some fish would just come in here, I could pretty much run rampant on them. And so there's an old guy who's mostly retired, a couple of guys like that. There's one guy who don't even fish until, we start bringing in wheelbarrows of fish, then he comes out. Brad Swanson. Jeff Frager used to be a highliner, but he doesn't have a permit, and his dad doesn't want to fish with him on his old boat, Moonlight. It's in kind of, I don't know. I don't know if the Moonlight's even running. I guess it is. Maybe. Maybe not. Hasn't fished all winter. Well, if there was a bunch of fish, the price is up a little bit now from what it was. I'm not saying that it's like super great considering it's 2026, but if we could get a bunch of fish in here, people want money, they'll come out. But no fish, no people. A couple hand trollers going out, that's it, and me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Yakutat's going to have a buyer next year. There's not enough fishermen. Maybe. But I'm going to plan on marketing my own fish because this has been the most awful year. There's only 160-something fish caught total for the whole fleet all winter in Yakutat. I think there's 9 permits fishing. So what is that? Like a total of 20 fish per boat for the whole winter, something like that. And I caught most of them, so. But normally it's not like that. Normally we do pretty good around here. There was a time when, not too long ago, it doesn't feel like, when the price was before COVID and the price was like $11 and we were all catching lots of fish and there was permits and boats like coming into town. And then yeah, when it started to go downhill, right, it dried up quick. Oh yeah, you're in Ketchikan. I know a guy who's got that boat, the Shadow. He fishes in the winter, but he goes around. He goes somewhere else. He wouldn't tell me where he goes. Someone was saying, Judah was saying he wasn't catching them, and he's like, well, you're not going to the right place or whatever. Yeah, Sean, Sheen, whatever, Sean. I don't know, he might not be fishing this year. Yeah. Judah quit. He needs more money. He just wants to fish the summer opener. Here we go. It's kind of a straightaway here. I'm gonna run out there and pull my gear and then drop back my floats only. Kind of marking what could be a fish right there. Let's see if that thing hits. Before we go out there. You gonna bite? What was that all about? Kind of looked like a fish. No bite? Yeah, we ran into a few of them there and it dried up on us. Stupid fish. How dare you disappear on us like that? Alright, yeah, let's downsize the gear to one wire on each side and really shallow and try going over the top of this thing. Try running the top. This one spot fishes well like that. Now we're set shallow. Real shallow. About 8 fathoms like that. Okay, yeah. Fish is on slush. Should be fine. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Good. Waves. Get out of here, waves. Alright. Now. Let's go for a ride on top of this puppy. Before dark. Usually, I like to fish a little bit different when I go shallow here. So now we just have 2 lines, no floats. So if we get hung up, at least we don't have to worry about losing our float too. Marking a little feed on the surface. Come on, come on, come on. I got one and I had another one that was probably a keeper, but it got away. We had 2 hooked. I think they were both keepers, and then we lost one of them. Let's see. Luke said it's rough. Got one? Got one. He said he could pay for his coffee and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with that. He probably caught one before 11 and went in though. Here we go. Let's try and get another one. Or 5. I haven't gone full up on top of this reef yet once this year. It'll be the first time. It's probably going to be really shallow because there's good sized swell and it's still low tide. See what we can do with them. Should be able to go into about 45 feet of water with my lines like this. 59 here. 56. 58. See if we can get anything out of this. If not, then it's that much easier to pick them up because we already got the heavies in. All we gotta do is pick up 2 lines and we're out of here. They didn't get hit by the deer. Almost got mowed over by the deer. Oh dear. See if there's some fish hiding up on top of this thing, or if we just got, you know, it's possible that they run up, you know, they were on top and they heard us coming over and then they ran over and got caught right off the bat. Hang on, Hawaiians. I guess we could have another Hawaiian. Wait. Wrong button. Get out of here. There you go. That's what I was trying to do. Pushing too many buttons. There we go. 50 feet of water. Where's the fish? the shallows like this, you really know it. And 18-pounder I'm pulling that wire, something fierce. Four marks down. 45 feet of water, not hitting the bottom yet. Alright, that's about as shallow as I'm gonna go. There's the bottom. Found the bottom, Judah! Big swell is making it impossible to get on top of here. There's enough water, but not with the swell like it is. I was hitting the bottom. Was I hitting the fish or hitting the bottom? I think I was hitting the bottom. $50-pounders. I got out of the shallows there. If I can't get right on top of the thing, it's kind of a waste of my time to have my gear set this shallow. I'd rather be 10 fathoms going down the edge or 6 fathoms right on top. I guess I could pick up another mark. Really want to go over top and see if they're hiding from me up there. Just about had enough of it. I think I'm going to make one more pass over the eastern edge of this thing and then I'm going to go in. It's Bible study night. Wish I could get over top of it, I really do. Spoons, I got them on spoons. Low and green spoons, what I've been catching everything on. Longbeard, we got one. Got a nice fat one. That's it. This one. I was getting ready to leave. I was on the last stretch of the last piece of reef when we got hit. We got like 3 bites in a row. And then nothing. Yeah, you get 10 more today. Maybe tomorrow. Go out to the reef, out to the bar, ocean entrance. I know, Anna. I got it. I did catch 2. I caught 2, but one of them was too small. So you were right. I'm in Southeast Alaska. Home of the river otter, the big trap with the big trap right in the face, stuck the food. Yeah, we got 3 otters today, that's good. Big cleach. That's what Cade's grandparents call him, McLeach. There's some show they saw with some Hollywood movie with an evil trapper guy that named McLeach. They nicknamed their grandson McLeach because he's trapping. skin them, tan their hides. I want to make a blanket out of them. That's what I'm doing. I got enough otters and beavers to make a blanket. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can get a pass up along that spot where we got the hit, except shallower. One more time, then we're out of here. One's up and one's back down. Beaver tail, Cade was wanting to make something out of the beaver tail. He skinned the tail out, and then he left the tail over at my house, and then my dog got it and chewed it all up. I don't know. He wanted to know if we could have it tanned. And then Wilson got it and chewed it all up into pieces. So that solved that problem. On it. There doesn't seem to be anything on top of this sucker. Yeah, the beaver is like an irresistible mate for the dogs. They love that. It's like an oily, greasy, has like a castor smell on it too. It's the best mate for any predator. That makes me hungry. Did you see that, Gary? We'll get him another one. We're gonna do some beaver trapping. We got quite a few body grips for him and snares. We should have ice out before May 16th, that's the closure. We ought to get ice out in April. There's a bunch of beavers out the road. I want to get a beaver and get the, maybe pile the carcasses up and try and get a black bear off of them. Somewhere out in the bushes by where the beaver lodges are. Well, that fish sure was random. Like if there was a bunch of fish on this reef, we would be catching them right now. But that's all we got was those 3 bites, bang, 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 and then nothing. Right at the tide change. I've caught them here at dark before at high tide for sure. Like. It's too early yet. Right before dark, they come up on top of this thing like in force. That's where I learned it was stupid not to have all your hooks out here. You should have all 4 wires out. But it's very shallow. You can't really fish it with a power trawler though, unless it's high tide and not this big swell like this. Dang it, there's a log right there. Help. Yeah, I'm trolling for king salmon. I got one. I need to clean it really. Probably clean it on the way in. Pick up my gear and then clean the fish and then pull the stabies and run in the rest of the way. I'd have to keep my stabilizers out for a while to tell you the truth. Last pass here. No reason why we can't get another one. If we got another one, then we stay and catch more. Go for one one more first. Text Luke. I always put the little face on it. I like that face. He said, I got one. you got one? I get. Yeah, how did you get one? It's impossible to catch one this year. You got one with a hand trawler. It's not too cold where I am usually. Usually about 35, 40 degrees here. 50, 60 in the summer, 70 max. It's pretty nice except for the part where it rains all the time. Oh my goodness. Luke said that Glenn caught his 2 fish right next to the harbor. Heck yeah, it was really cold. That was like a month ago though, Gary. All the snow melted, all the ice is off the roads, it's way nicer now. Which reminds me, I need to have the fuel delivery guys come. Come deliver the fuels. Now make me wonder if these fish are deeper because we didn't get anything with the shallow. They bit the lower gear. Now we set shallow and went over everything and it didn't bite. How dare you not bite fish. Otter trapping. Did you hear we got 3 today? There was 3 in the traps today. I don't know if you were here for that, Darren. I got a picture of it. Look. Take you to the picture. There they are. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy weather. It got so cold here for a while. Oh my goodness. Froze all my pipes. My pipes were frozen for a long time. I managed to keep the main sink running in my kitchen, but other than that, everything froze in my house. This is it. Last tack. We're headed for the harbor now. Just got about 200 yards of reef left, and then I'm winding them up. I'm gonna clean that fish and then head for the bar. Glad we got one. Let's keep going backwards. That's nice. I don't like going backwards. Got a level playing field for tomorrow. See if we can get them down on the bar. Yeah, that's 6. We got 6 out of the same little side creek. I guess one of them was off the main river. I would have thought there'd have been a fish on our floats after all that action we got there, jumping on the floats. Holly's watching on YouTube. Love you, Holly. My beautiful wife. Thank you so much. Let me do the heart. All we got's one fish, Holly, but at least we avoided the skunk. We could have had 2 other ones, but they got off. We did have 3 good bites today. Hang on fish with their fancy tails swimming away from our area of fishing. Time for shorts and flip-flops. Oh, the otters are decimating the fish. That's cool. Well, get him. Get the otter. But don't get the dog. That's the problem. The otter trap is good for the dog, too. That sounds like fun. Yeah, we whooped up on him today. I'm happy about that. I wish I was on the check. Kate said one of them was alive. I wonder how he dispatched it. Hopefully not with the 308. Kate's so happy he wanted me to get him some Full Metal Jacket bullets, and I was like, no, I'm not getting Full Metal Jacket 308 bullets. And then I finally did. After we actually saw the otters, and then I almost shot one with my 308. I thought, yeah, we probably should have some. When do I think I'll be home? I don't know. About an hour and a half. That's when. Maybe a little less. I'm not that far away. Oh, yeah, but my stabilizers are in, so probably an hour. An hour and 20 minutes. Approximately. I'm getting ready to pull in my gear right now. What's for dinner? We got a kielbasa sausage defrosted, I know that. She's watching on the TV. She's probably doing something else on her phone. Don't forget the poles, yep. Well, first I gotta get the stabilizers in. And that's not gonna happen right away with these waves. I might run in with one stabilizer, but I think I'll get out to the main bay first. We're at the very southern tip of Africa now here. Almost done with it. Sometimes I pull a fish off the end and I'll keep going until I get to the end of it. Yeah, we'll go pick up the gear and then come back in, turn the hose on, turn the hydraulics off, and then we'll clean that fish. Hopefully it's not descaled on the side that's laying on the bottom of the tote. Put it on ice. Come back in and punch it. Holly is here! Yeah, we're at Cape Town. It is. Do you see the resemblance to Africa with this thing? Look, it is. I'm at Cape Town now. See? There it is. I drew Africa with my... Up 70 feet deep. I think it's safe to go out there and let's get the boat pointed in the right direction. We'll go pulling the gear. Didn't got no bites. We got your 2 fish in, Anna, but one of them was a little bit too small. Almost got a look at a 3rd one, and then one more unhooked itself down deep in the waters. Deep, 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 unhooked itself. All right. 90 foot, we're done with it. Let's go pull them in, you guys. We'll pull them in and then we clean the fish. That's a nice one. That's a heavy 12-pounder. Probably not gonna make 13 though. I think it will make 12. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Plenty of light left to fish, but I've had enough of this. We'll go back out tomorrow. Try some of the new gear out tomorrow that Patrick sent. I think we can get out to far. Smushed by the cannonball. Weather's getting nice now. Just a nice long slow period swell. Take a while for it to lay down. Made it to the fish cleaning time. Congratulations! We made it to cleaning the fish. Oh! Yeah, it's a 12-pounder, I think. Oh yeah, tail sticking out of the trough a little bit. Got in his stomach. Anything? Empty stomach. Luke said his fish was empty stomach too today. Got its heart. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Still beating? I know it is. Oh my goodness! Nice fish. Debloodization. Gotta get that blood out. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. That's a wrap. Holly's making your scarf, Patrick. It's bright gold and shiny purple. Well, it's not shiny. Vivid. Very vivid. Everybody will know what color it is. Purple and gold. Yeah! Man. Hurts my busted old elbow there. Get all the blood out of it. I'll probably end up holding this fish for a couple days. I'll make sure I get all the blood. It's going to be in storage, you know. King salmon's good for a long time, but if it's got blood, not so much. It's a fin clipper. Fin has been clipped. Pressure bleed the Y bone there. Get the blood out of that too, as much as we can. Get the blood out, get all that blood out. Make sure we get the blood off the white or it'll stain it permanently brown. Looking good. Got some of this fresh snow. Got a little bit of blood in it though, doesn't it? It's alright. It's fresh blood. Like I said, he might be a while before I sell him. I want to make sure he's good and iced. Yeah, real well with that snow. All right. Thanks for coming through. Give me a subscription. Hate to keep saying it, but I'm trying to add some numbers to the ranks here. Yeah. Okay, we're on our way in now. See a shipwreck, Alan? There's a shipwreck in here. They wrecked a trawler in here last week. The wreck of the Maybelline. It's up here about 20 minutes before we get there. One new member, yeah, that was great. Really appreciate the support. And the bed, I'll catch a fish, I'll catch a fish. Patrick Hayes, up. Ooh, 2,500, we got you the membership. There's people watching that I've never seen before because I never saw, 2,500 on here, but they must be hanging out. Thank you, Patrick. Corey, new member. He got lost with a shift when we lost the stream on that last one. He disappeared. I don't think he knows the system here yet. That I got the Starlink's always crashing, so. Wasn't raining today, that's nice. Yeah, we got one. You know, a couple days ago on Monday, we had a lot of subscribers. That was nice. sometimes the numbers are kind of depressing for me. And like 4,000 views for one sub. People come in here real quick when the fish start biting. You know, that's pretty much all it comes down to. I need to catch some fish. They're coming. It gets better. Usually late February is really good for me. And March is pretty wide open around here. This year has been so bad, but it should at least be decent fishing, you know. And then end of March, halibut opens up. And we're going to be trapping for beavers and otters until March 15th. And then just beavers after that until May 16th. Beaver is open. So I think we're going to be able to do a combo beaver / black bear hunt. I know a spot where people tell me there's a lot of black bear, and I know there's beavers there too. Oh, and there's pike, the Pike Lakes. It's the only spot with pike in Yakutat. They're these little mini pike. They're called like a boreal pike or whatever. They only live in this one drainage. Link cod? I don't know, man. My elbow hurts pretty bad. I don't know if I can fight with the link cod. That's like full combat fishing. Maybe. They don't like to pay for them here either. The price has been off in general, and then they don't want to offer us a price to go trolling for them. It's like, F you. They have a long line fishery, and they pay, I want to say they pay 50 cents a pound for the longliners. So they're getting them thousands, tens of thousands of pounds for 50 cents a pound from the longliners, and they're not wanting to give us, you know, $2 a pound. That's what that. Why would they give us $2 a pound when they get essentially the same product for almost nothing? So yeah, that's not. I'm not going to fish for link cod for $1 a pound. I won't do it. So they didn't get any last year. The freezer boats came up and caught the whole 50,000 pounds. Yakutat Seafood didn't get any no troll caught link cod for Yak Seafood because they're not paying enough. I'm not going to mess with them things for $1 a pound. It's like unbelievable the amount of expense and work to get the head off a link cod. They're biting at you, twisting everywhere. And, you know, meanwhile, Shannon's out there catching 50,000 pounds of fish in a giant net that like crushes all the fish together, and they're getting 30 cents a pound. Like, no, I am not fishing for $1 a pound for link cod. No way. Bring the gold pan out. We're gonna start gold mining before too long. I'm not cleaning link cod for $1 a pound. Maybe if there was nothing else to do, but it's $1. Yeah, see, they're getting more for trawl caught rockfish than we are for hand caught link cod out of the ocean up here. That's unbelievable. $1.10 for a round. $1.10. That's crazy, Shannon. Did you get a gold toilet seat like MC Hammer? You got the 24-karat gold toilet at your house or what? MC Hammer went broke too, I heard. You can't send too many super chats, you'll run out. I bet you can, if you ran some plugs, you better run a plug next time you go trolling, Shannon, that'll fix it. That'll take care of all your problems. Let's see, we got a heated toilet seat at my house. Holly can't stand the cold toilet, so she got this. It's like a heated seat, plugs into the wall. It thinks like 100 degrees. Like 120 degrees. You need the gold toilet, man. Maybe get this gold plated instead of solid gold. That would have been a good investment if you bought it a few years ago. You could resell it. Be rich all over again. Yeah, I get sucked into that YouTube. I'm addicted to the YouTube. Okay, so I got an email from Cabela's. Oh, Bass Pro. What is it that I want? I want that Marlin teaser. Let's see. It's the strips kit. The strips. Where is it, Bass Pro? Yeah, I know I ordered it. Where is it? Let's track my order. Google Chrome. It's on its way. Okay, thanks. It's the part of the USPS facility. Let's not pull a bonus fish, key line bar. Thank you, Terry. Let's see, it's coming. Thanks for the orange, super awesome pumpkin flavored chat. Expected delivery Thursday the 12th. That's tomorrow. We should get the Marlin teaser tomorrow. Where is it now? Oh no. No. It's still. See, they got this all wrong. First it needs to get to Anchorage, and then it has to sit in Anchorage for a couple days. So it left Florida. I was right. I bet it was in Florida. It wasn't Florida. And it's in transit. So that joker won't be here until next week. That's maybe they got a week, like maybe more like February 20th. We'll see. The post office is like lickety split. It's Valentine's Day. Go, 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 go. They're trying to move stuff through now, I bet you. Thank you, Terry. Thanks, guys. Holly's got a Valentine's birthday present combo gift. It's in the mail, too. Let's see where it is. Okay, back to my email. Where's my email? Talk about North Korea and stuff in there. I automatically go to YouTube. I'm like sucked in by the YouTube. Let's see. Geico, Bills, Streamloop. The Streamloop people are still trying to get me to, what else do they want to do? Streamloop. Managing a channel with 9,300 subscribers is a lot. That's why we created Streamloop. The concept is simple. You give us a pre-recorded video, like Glacier Shark is live, fur trapping, fur prep, and we keep it live on your channel 24/7. I don't know. You guys don't want to watch that. It's not even, that wouldn't even be live. It would just be like fake, you know. Used to fish on the fly, cat. You got it? Anything? The email? Yeah, I'm not. You know what? Have you ever been watching the YouTube and you're scrolling and you see like an Asian person and they got a rod that's just like bent over double, and you know they got something big. There they got like a big old fish. I don't know what it is, but it's big and it's down there in that stupid pond, and it's pulling and they're going around with it. Oh, they're going around, and then just when they're about to catch it, it's like it seamlessly loops back into the whoa, and it just goes on and on. It's a trap. It's an eyeball trap. It's not even real. Like there's probably a guy down there in a scuba suit pulling on the rod anyway. It's probably not even a fish. If there is a fish, you never get to see it. It's just, I wouldn't do that to you guys. You know what? I love you. I don't want you to be stuck in the time warp loop thing. The loop. No. Get stuck in there watching the fur prep. I can't even, I'm not even good at that stuff. I don't know. maybe it could be like a fishing, like we could get some good fishing and it would be like enjoyable. I could actually catch some fish, you know, that might be alright. I'm thinking about it. One thing is I don't want to give anybody like permissions on my channel where they could end up, you know, hijacking the Glacier Shark channel somehow. Next thing you know, that same Chinese company that's got the fishermen with the mystery fish there own Glacier Shark. And it'll just be reruns of the 1,000 videos I already got forever and ever. AI will probably make it popular. Get rid of all the Christian stuff and just do the fishing and make money for the communists, you know. Yeah, no, there's all kinds of stuff. There definitely is. I must say, like, without getting raunchy or like the one that is so weird, is those two people with the crocheted corn head masks. You know what I'm talking about? That is the weirdest thing I have like ever seen people do, and it's weird. I've commented on it. And then they're really nice. You know, you're like, say some, you know, small talk, and they're like, oh yeah, hello. It's like, that is just like, it is so weird, man. You guys have seen that, right? The corn head people with the corn heads. There's a lot of Chinese ones. If you ever look into the Chinese ones with a lot of views, they have it down to a fine art. It's like such a circus, you know. It's like, what's the weirdest thing you could think of? They've done it already. It's on there. Anything to get your attention. Now it's even nicer than they said it was going to be. Earlier it was way rougher. Now it's like no wind anywhere. Do they kiss? I've never seen that. You must have watched it longer than me, Shannon. They've got to be in like, they have to be from Minnesota or something. They're definitely in the middle of the country. I wonder what they really look like. This thing says that the phone may be too close. I'm not even looking at the phone. You're pointing, looking at the ceiling. Quit complaining all the time. Oh my goodness. Nowhere fast at this rate. Got my stabilizers in. I hate it on Wednesday. I gotta get home and cook dinner and take a shower, and then Bible study is like 10 minutes later. I never want to go in, and then afterwards it's always a good thing. I'm always glad I did. Can we go any faster? Well, it's not like we stayed so dark. It's not stayed so dark. Yeah, get home, cook dinner, take a shower, brush off. Oh, there's gonna be piles of greasy, bloody otter skins everywhere too. Not sure how to deal with that. Maybe I'll freeze them. I got room in my freezer. Take them out when fishing season's over. Oh, I gotta seal them too though. They gotta be sealed by April 1st. There's a little bit of feed at Point Munoz here too. You know, my running lights are out. I think I pulled the plug on them on accident when I was messing with the fuse box the other day, trying to get my hydraulic thing running. And I was trying to find the right one for the bilge pump. Currently have my have the bilge pump working. My hydraulics. My valve light works, my anchor light works, but my running lights are out. Nobody around anyway, but I like to turn my lights on when I'm coming in the dark. Yeah, hopefully there'll be some fish out on the bar. The waves are pretty big right now. We might not be able to make it out there tomorrow, I don't know. It's a pretty big swell up. At least the chop is all gone, but it's like a lot of waves coming. I guess it's probably 9-10 foot out there right now. Relatively short period between them. But it's not blowing right now, and the winds are going to shift 180 degrees, so that might lay it down. You've never seen the corn people? Yeah. They have like crocheted corn, full body, like their whole body is a corn husk thing, and the corn kernels on their face. And yeah, it's extensive corn. Corn outfit. There's two of them. Man and a woman. At least they got that part right. Late night YouTube. Shannon knows. They're pretty popular. They just get on there and act weird for, you know, I never stay around long enough to see like how long or what, but they go corn farming. They probably are. I don't know. Who knows what they really do? I think that's a full-time job. They're popular enough. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a little side money. I was watching some gun channel today, and they were like talking about how they were unmonetized. I'm thinking, how do you get demonetizement? Like, what did you do? They had 133,000 subscribers, and they're like, well, I'm not monetized, so please donate to or buy merchandise. That's what they're saying. I guess you could still sell merch even if you're demonetized. The videos, I don't know. My videos don't ever make me much money. I probably only made like $100 total on all my videos last year. I guess that's something. But I think if you get demonetized, you're not allowed to do the live stream with the super chats and stuff. That would be bad. Yeah, the corn people are for real. What are they called? Shannon, what's the official channel name for those guys? I don't know who made their outfits, but it looks like it's crocheted. Like, that's part of the weirdness of it, is you're like, how in the world, who made that mask? You know, like, what? Are you serious? They're like totally serious. It's so weird. And they are like super corny too. Like the guy's voice is really corny. The lady seems like a regular nice lady, but the guy is like super corny. I mean, Ollie could probably make them, yeah. Let me see if I can look it up here. I'll look it up for you. If I can get this phone to stop saying I'm too close. Alright, here, we'll look it up. We'll do some research for you. Let's see. We'll just search YouTube for corn head live stream. I'm not getting it. Where are they? What's it called, Shannon? You know what I'm talking about. Corn people? Maybe Google? People of the Corn? Is that what it's called? Got a show, Edmondson. They're called something Corn. Nope, still haven't got it. Let's try weird corn head people. Weird corn, weird corn suit, mask. There it is, I found it. Weird corn mask. No way they're in public with this thing. Hold on. I saw it, but get on with it. There it is, that. That's the thing. The guy with the corn mask and his city adventures, like what? They must sell this mask, but it's this suit. That's the mask. I don't know, apparently they just sell the mask, you know? I don't know, but there's some people, there's some real weirdos on YouTube that have this mask. I can't find their channel though. About ready to give up. Shannon knows what I'm talking about. You gotta stream YouTube and you'll find it. Shark mask? No, I don't really want to be like these people. They just, the first thing that comes to mind when I see the stream is like, these are the absolute weirdest, freakiest people ever. Like, why would you do this? I can't believe that they're doing this. And they're like, yeah, we're doing it. I don't want to be like them at all. It's just, I'm just saying it's really weird. This is not right. It really gets like the wow factor, you know. It's so not nice on the bar, I think, right now. Shannon's seen it before. You know what I'm talking about, right, Shannon? The guy's like super corny too. He's like, ooh, ooh. Really like. There's the wreck of the Naval A. Is it still on the beach? They're gonna get washed away in the south blow. Yeah, the way the waves are right now, I wouldn't want to go out on the bar. Closer to the bar now than ever. We're almost in, but like right here, not good. There it is. She's still up on the beach. It kind of looks like it may be laid over a little bit further now. Let's get a good look at it. Looks like the angle was like, it was like this, now it's like this. It's bad. It's not what you said, Andrew's like thinking maybe the Coast Guard just won't notice, like nobody's going to tell the Coast Guard. No, he called the Coast Guard. They're the ones who got him off there. They called the city, and the city came and got him. They know what's up there. This is the wilderness. We're in the real bush. There's no Coast Guard here. They won't be here until the summer. Oh my goodness! Almost out of the swell where we can put our stabies up. Not yet. Pretty rough out here. Rocking and rolling with that westerly. Wish I could get home right now so I can get rested and showered stuff before Bible study. But ain't happening. We're going to be Bible study whether we like it or not. Hopefully Holly will make us some dinner. Tammy McPherson, hello! Thank you for coming. We're here. Coming in off the ocean. Let's do an effect. We need some effects. Where are they? No, not the retouch. We want big head. Hello, I am Bob from anything. I will cut your fish. You want me to scale your fish? Okay, I scale the fish. The special today is a mahi-mahi. It's direct from Hawaii and Indonesia. Only $38 a pound. I cut for you. Where's Bob? He's probably in here. All right, see you later, Edward. I cut for you mahi-mahi, also known as Dorado. We won't say the other name at the seafood place. That's a big shot. Bob likes to make fun of me, making fun of him. It's all fun. We got some smoked sausage. That's all. And then we got kielbasa. We got some kielbasa for dinner. That's all we got at home. Kielbasa and whatever else Holly made. Apparently ran out of flour, so that's not good. Let's get a look at the boat. We'll keep getting closer to it. I don't know. It's in the same place, I think, but it maybe more over a little bit. Maybe not. Not looking real good. It looks like it's like in the where the ground is wet, you know, like it's in the surf zone. Well, it's not, I don't know, it's not breaking up. I don't know why they can't get that thing off. What would be really cool is if we had like a huge hawser line rope or whatever, and then get one of these big tugboats, just yank that thing off the beach. Just tie a rope right around the cabin or something and yank her off. Go around the cabin and around the anchor to have one of these big old boats pull on it. That'd be nice. That's what I'd be trying to do with mine. Get your boat over there. Ah, get it over there. Holly's cooking. Whatever you do with it, it'll be so good. I'm starving. We didn't eat. What did we have for lunch? I forgot. I ate something. I remember praying over. Oh, we prayed over the toast. That's what it was. Looked like the sand. Well, that was before. Now it looks like it's more over than that. Looks like it's gonna lay over fully. It might be the same. The light's different. It's almost dark here. Let's turn my headlight on. Lame, we only got one fish. I am real glad we got the one though. I hate going out there for nothing. Moose was for lunch yesterday. I never ate the moose yesterday. I got it on the boat, but I didn't eat it. A little bit that was left over. What's wrong with her? Bob is commenting on the comment that I left for him. I said any walleye fin is possible. He's probably all fired up about my big head imitation. Oh my goodness. Where's Bitcoin now? Bitcoin's still 77,000? 70,000? Who's watching the Bitcoin? Yeah, moose doesn't taste anything like bear. It's a lot more like deer. It's more like elk than it is like deer. They're all big deer. They're in the deer. Oh my goodness. Not the 60s. Terry's right on that. Whoa, boy. Well, let's go as low as it can possibly go because I'm done. I'm going in again. Whatever YouTube pays me this month, I'm putting it in that sucker. It better go up. Because I remember when it was 16,000. I was like, oh man, I had 10 grand in that thing, and when it was at 16,000, it was only worth like 3,000 or something. And I'm like, this is, man, how could I have been so stupid? And then I didn't buy it. And it went from 16 to 128. Everybody was saying similar stuff back then. And like, oh, it's broken because of this and that and the other thing. I don't know, it's spook. It is fear and not the FUD, you know, the AI FUD is strong. Is AI going to crash the Bitcoin? Is that going to happen? That's what everybody's thinking. Alright, let's get these stabilizers in. We're in Lake Placid now. There's little waves, but should be able to survive this. We're almost to Point Turner. It's pretty gnarly out there, closer to the finger. There's no doubt about it. We just finally got out of it over here. Finally got out of the waves up there. I should put my poles up while I'm out here. Daggone ladder's always snagging up on my troll pole. I think it shouldn't get any much more than it already is. It's fine. we go. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright, we're in. Yeah, it went from being super gnarly to like really nice in here. AI token? Well, yeah. I got other problems with the crypto. Bitcoin whales, what happened? Do you believe AI is the beast of revelation? No, I do not, Terry. I could be wrong about all this stuff, but I kind of feel like when we get the Antichrist, we're gonna know. Like, the sky's gonna turn to blood and all this stuff. What it says in the Bible seems pretty clear to me. I take it at face value. I'm trying to turn it into a code book, you know. Definitely seems like we're in the last days, but I don't see all the terrible things happening yet. What does it say? Beast in Revelation, is that what he said? Let's see what it says about the beast in Revelation. Seal, dead church, faithful church, lamb, worthy lamb, lukewarm church, visions of man, this is the Son of Man. Haven't come yet, no. Seal Israel, fifth trumpet, we got all the trumpets, the seals, prelude, 7. A multitude from the great tribulation. What's it say here? The beast from Revelation is in the beginning. We got locusts striking the waters, 6th trumpet, mighty angel with the little book, witnesses, John eats the book, witnesses resurrected, women persecuted. The beast from the sea. There's a beast. Is that the one you're talking about? I don't think it is. Yeah. That's the one you're talking about. Let's see what it says here. Revelation chapter 13. This is John's vision. Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads with 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world marveled and followed the beast. So they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war against him? And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And he was given authority to continue for 42 months. Then he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God. Well, no, I don't see that. I think we're gonna know it when that happens. I think that's gonna be obvious. I could be wrong, but I think that's gonna be major. That's gonna be what's the word? We're gonna know for sure. The beast given power by the dragon. The dragon is Satan, right? But you're going to have a lot of people that are going to tell you that that's a whole bunch of different nations, and it's, happening now. It's the Iranians, the North Koreans, and the Russians are the... I don't think so. But that's just me. I'm just a salmon fisher. My buddy gave me a book, and he's like, look at this book. And the guy ties in all the different mysterious sounding prophecies, like from Revelation, into real modern day, countries and leaders. See, Terry thinks it's China, the dragon. I think it's the devil himself. Fallen angel. Yeah, this book, it's not the Bible, I haven't put that out, but the guy ties it all together. I am personally looking for like some supernatural thing where like it's incontrovertible. Like there's no way it could be anything else. Can't spit that word out. There'd not be any room for doubt. Nostradamus, original gangster on that stuff. Chinese New Year. I'll be honest with you, maybe I'm simple-minded and not looking into it far enough, but like John says he sees a great beast rising up out of the sea with 7 horns and all this stuff going on. When I see something like that, that's when I think it's going down. Until I see something like that, I'm not buying into anybody who says it's China or this. Not that you're necessarily wrong, but for me, I want, just like the Bible said, Christ was killed on the cross, they buried him, and then he rose up, he was resurrected back to life, he brought people back to life, I don't expect that was some, like, he didn't actually bring them back to life, it meant something else. I think it meant what it says it means, And obviously John was having a vision, but, like, I believe Ezekiel's vision is actually, like, something real, that God in heaven and creating the whole universe is something real. It's not like something you gotta decode to figure out what it means. Like, I think it means what it says it means. I don't see it happening yet. I don't see a bunch of people worshiping the beast that the dragon gave power to. I don't see it yet. It's worth meditating over. There's a blessing in that. And, I don't claim to have any special understanding on it. Just, that's my feeling. Like off the cuff. tell me if I learn something, that's good. I don't have any special knowledge of any of this stuff. I just read it, take it for what it's worth. The count is 1. We finally got one. We lost 2. We got 1. And we had a small one too. And I was predicting 2, so we did get 2. Back in town now. Yeah, it's not the best, man. Could definitely have used more like, 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 25, 30. That'd be good. Oh my goodness. The way this year's going, I'll be happy to get double digits before it closes. Tell you what. I think it'll close on the 15th of March because it's bad, and that's why they made that March closure, just to do the conservation. That's where we came up with this March 15th thing, was because there was really bad numbers, and we got really bad numbers again. So it's not just me, it's the whole state, it's the whole fishery. Bad. We'll see. Maybe it'll turn around and all of a sudden a big swarm of fish will come in and they'll keep it open, but if it stays bad, I think it's going to stay closed on the 15th. It'll open back up on May 1st. Yeah, I don't know what the meaning of that revelation is. People make a lot of debates and write books on that. Look really smart when they've got it figured out. They think they figured it out, but not me. May 1st is our spring opening. We get 2 days a week here. Two days a week in Yakutat, or we did last year anyway. I guess we'll get it again. We put it in the new rules. I don't know if I'm going to go to Sitka. I don't know. I might not know. We'll see what happens, what the kind of fish they're catching down there, what the price is. I need to repair my gill nets here. The snowplow ripped up my river net, and then I tore up my bay net a whole bunch. It's a big giant net. I gotta fix that. I can't afford to have somebody else fix it. I think I have all the parts to fix it. So if it closes March 15th, I can start working on my nets. The river net's not that messed up. It is, but it's easy to fix. It's really short. My bay net is 75 fathoms long, and it's just jacked up 9 ways to Sunday. I don't know how much of it is even salvageable. But it does have all the buoys, and there must be at least a good shot of lines left on it. I had some porpoises get snagged up in it, and I cut the web a bunch, and then I drove over it with my truck, and it got wound up in my drive line, and I cut the lead line and the cork line like a number of times. So I don't know how many places it's cut. I don't know, the web's all messed up. Yeah, it's like a $6,000 net. There's like 14-year-old kids that have been making more money than me with the gill net up here than I'm doing down there with the troll gear. So I should probably run the gill net out of Yakutat. Plus, I'm a newlywed. The Bible says don't leave your wife the first year. Apparently, I have not seen where it says that, but they've told me that's what it says. I believe them. Yeah, we got 4 days. That's what they give us, 4 days. But we're allowed to fish all winter. Normally I make good money all winter. This is the first winter I've ever not made any money. I mean, I've made enough to like keep from going broke doing it, but we get the winter and then we get the spring openers too. That's why the Washington permits worth twice as much as the Alaska permits right now. Used to be the other way around. Yeah, I might not say net. It's called a set net, Zyro. It's a gill net. Seiners have a net with small mesh, and they use a big boat and another boat, and they like wrap up the fish. It's a very effective way. There's not very many seiners, and they're not allowed to come up here where I'm at. There are no seiners in Yakutat. We use a gill net where we post the net with anchors on either end, and then the fish get stuck in the net. Yeah, in the summer, Shannon, we do have other fish. You know, we have chum salmon fishery and we have a coho salmon fishery. Although the price for coho is just not keeping up with inflation at all. It's really bad, real bad. Chum salmon's not much better. King salmon is where I usually make my money in the wintertime on king salmon. That's why it's so bad for them not to be around. I mean, this is when I'm supposed to be making a lot of money. Anytime I can get out in the winter, it should have been really good in October. I wasn't here for 2 weeks in October, but November has been slow, but I make money in November. December is usually like, I mean, sometimes I get 20,000 in December, more even. But you know, 5 to 10,000 a month. This winter, I haven't made 10,000 all winter, you know? That's really bad. At least I can say I made 5,000. A lot of guys in the troll fishery don't make nothing in the winter time. Guy was telling me he hand trolls in Juneau. He caught a total of 35 fish last year, and he was pretty happy with that. That's not going to work for me. We got the halibut is good, but you got to have a lot of money to get the halibut. So I don't know. Eventually, I might end up getting some loans to buy more halibut. Yeah, I'm blocked out now. I'm not allowed to get any more. We need to get some in Holly's name or I need to sell some and then buy it back in unblocked quota. That's I've got 3 blocks already. They're all small. I might be able to zip a couple of them together. Talk to a broker about that. Like sometimes they can combine 2 small blocks. Yeah, I made a good move buying the Halley Bitcoin instead of the all Bitcoin. Boy, that would have been bad, huh? If I bought 90,000 in Bitcoin instead of the halibut. It would have been good if I sold it at 128 and then bought halibut. But if you held it, oh man, all the people who bought at 128 and then held, woo! And then not only that, but I bet a lot of them sold out, you know, as it was crashing. I'm not selling. Shannon says it's going to 0. That's what they said last time when it was at 16,000 before it went to 128 again. That's exactly what they say when it's down by the bottom. Yeah, probably, Terry. I usually do. I always do. That's the thing. In March is just like icing on the cake. This year it's like a desperate attempt to salvage a the entire winter of trolling around making nothing. Sarah Terabini, we're here. We're almost back to the dock. I'll bust out with something for Sarah because she likes the scripture. I just opened up to 1 Timothy. We'll read this one. We do this a lot. 1 Timothy verse 18, chapter 1. This charge I commit to you, son Timothy, according to the prophecies previously made concerning you, that by them you may wage the good warfare, having faith and a good conscience, which some having rejected concerning the faith have suffered shipwreck, of whom are Hymenaeus and Alexander, whom I delivered to Satan, that they may learn not to blaspheme. It's like coming right out of the last week's yak attack story. Wage the good warfare, having faith and a good conscience, which some, having rejected concerning the faith, have suffered shipwreck. Amen. We're getting in at a reasonable time. It's 5:40. I have time to go home and take a shower and cook or eat dinner. Holly's cooking. Symbol for halibut coin. Good question. Fish outside the bay. Yeah, for 4 days. We had 4 days last year. That's how big of a opportunity we had for that. Oh my goodness. 4 days. And we got a second opener, but like all the other openers didn't add up to much. I got like, I don't remember exactly, less than 20,000, more than 10,000 from the summer opener. And then afterwards it was like, less than 1,000. So it was, the main deal is the big deal. It was a good price last year. I didn't catch that well, but the price was really good. Every year I think, man, I've got them figured out, and then I go back and I don't have them figured out. The guys that get 150, 200 a day actually have it figured out. I feel like if I went back and did the same thing, I could get them, but this year's so bad there probably ain't gonna be any fish. I mean, I don't know, maybe there'll be a lot of fish. It's fishing, you never know. Sounds great, Holly. I'll be home in 15 minutes. Getting ready to tie the boat up here. First we gotta get into the slip. Not an easy task in the Yucatan. Here we come. Let's see, McPutt is in, Bay Harvest is in. You guys see out there? I can see something, huh? Don't blaspheme God, or you could end up shipwrecked like Alexander and Hymenaeus, turned over to Satan for punishment. Can't read nothing. I do believe it will get above 129. Yes, I do too. If the AI doesn't crack the code and take all of it. The North Koreans are trying as hard as they can to get it, I heard. I heard they got a whole battalion of cheating, stealing Korean lawyers in there just trying to steal Bitcoin all day. It's their job. Okay, so today the tide's coming in, so in theory it's going to wash me up against my spot. I'll believe it when I see it. It's still going away from the spot. We have that outgoing tide every day sucking us away from my parking spot here. Doesn't seem like, doesn't matter what I do, I'm always headed away from it. 1 in 10 times I'll get it in here. It's close enough. Big old bat. Light off before it kills my battery. Alright, you guys. Thanks for putting up with me another day of slow fishing. Well, love you all. Remember to pray for each other. Pray for me and Holly too. And yakking with them dogs. Wife got in a bad accident. If you can remember her in prayer as well. Thank you very much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place.